ahead and call to order the March 19th, 2026 City of Watertown Planning Commission. Can I get a roll call, please?
Yes, Spire.
Here.
Kays. Here. Tate. Here. Tupper.
Here.
Dargis Johnson. Here. Albee.
Here.
Kakachek. Here. And Colhane is absent. And Chernus is here for the record. She was here for Board of Adjustment, too.
Thank you, Brandy. For the Plan Commission, do we have a motion to approve the minutes from our last meeting?
So moved.
Okay, got a motion?
Second.
Motion is second. All those in favor, aye?
Aye.
Any opposed, same sign? All right, approved. Are there any conflicts of interest or ex parte communications that we need to disclose here as we start? Okay, none. Any new business not on the agenda?
I just want to bring up the agenda snafu that we were experiencing. So there's an item online right now that under new business, it shows for the termination of a development lot agreement. That was supposed to be on the agenda when we posted it on Tuesday as a regular agenda item. But iCompass kind of had its mind of its own with this item, but it was not posted on the agenda 24 hours before for the deadline. So we are not doing anything with that item. We'll bring it forward on April 9th. There's no public hearing with it, but still,
It happens. Yeah.
you know, it usually doesn't. It's kind of weird.
All right. For the public here, if there's anything that you would like to address, I'd ask at this time, please give that to Brandy for public sign up for when we're at the back end of the agenda here. Can I get a board motion to approve the agenda, 8 alpha?
So moved.
Second.
In a second, okay. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Okay, Brandy, if you would take it away and to walk us through agenda item 8 alpha.
Yes, thank you, Spire. So this is TIF 23 before you, Tax Increment Financing District 23. And as we've seen the other two come forward in the recent past, this is also for affordable housing. It'll be classified as affordable housing, but it will be a little different from the other projects as this is introducing 40 new single-family home lots. This is in the Harmony Hills subdivision, and you'll also recall that we recently brought forward the annexation and zoning and rezone of this property that will be developed, the approximate 9 acres, and it is zoned R1C, which is compact single-family residential. So that altogether will support the price point that they are aiming for that is also described in this TIF plan. And so they are looking at, or anticipating the houses to be around 300,000. And for sure with the affordable housing designation, they will have to stay under the South Dakota, cost as outlined by South Dakota Housing. The total TIF request is, okay, the total eligible costs are $2,353,692, and the TIF request is $2,105,215 of the $2.35 million eligible costs. So they are asking for less. Obviously, these costs are they involve the infrastructure largely, which for this project, there will be a lot of public infrastructure involved because they will be building new streets and public infrastructure for sanitary sewer and water with this project. So that helps offset those costs. And I think with that, altogether the project costs and valuation will be at $12 million. So there will be substantial investment with this project going forward and a nice application of the R1C zoning designation. So With that, I'll stand by for questions or if City Manager Steiger wants to add anything.
I would maybe just refresh the commission. About a month ago, you went through 2 TIFs, and I think the process you followed went very well. And just as a refresher, the process you went through is you really considered the proposed tax increment district from 3 perspectives. You looked at the geographic boundaries of the district, which you will have here to do today. Secondly, you looked at, do the numbers work out? Does it look like from the plan that enough increment and enough tax will be generated to fully pay off the TIF over the 20-year requirement? And then thirdly, you asked the question about the economics of the project. And there you're asking the question about whether or not the general economic welfare of the area is improved by the TIF development, and would it happen without the TIF development? And I think that worked very well, and I'd suggest following that same reasoning as you go through your deliberation tonight.
Thank you, City Manager. Is there any other questions from the commission for the staff?
Mr. Chair, is there anybody from Colliers?
Yes, Quinn Rettmer's here with Colliers.
Hi, Quinn.
Hi.
Just was looking to see if you had any additional insight to the plan or the project itself.
In terms of the functionality, it really mirrors those last 2 TIFs that were done. It's affordable housing TIF, like Brandy had mentioned. No liability to the city. Annual appropriation TIF. It's not going to affect any future borrowing ability for the city. In terms of the price of the homes, naturally those are going to ebb and flow as the process goes on. As homes are built, size obviously might be more, might be less. The intention is to catch the majority of it. So in our numbers here, we use 300,000. In terms of the South Dakota first time home buyers is I believe it's 411, and that is likely to increase here this year. So we're well below that in terms of the project itself, and that's about all I have. Brandy did a great job explaining the project for sure. So any questions for me?
Quinn, this is Todd Case. Just for the general public that may be listening in, how does the affordable TIF and the dollars that are generated have no impact or little impact on the taxes that are normally paid to the city or the county or the school district?
Yes, so that'd be your base value. Your base value today is 8,000 because I think there's only 2 acres in there that were actually taxable at this point in time, and the rest were 501c3 on that for the Harmony Hills. So in terms of the base value, the city, the county, any taxing entities are still going to receive that amount, the taxes based on that amount. You're just not going to receive the increment that comes from the improvements that are done. That's just the nature of the TIF. You want the TIF's got to pay for itself in some way, so that's where the city's going to lag on those valuations. In terms of the affordable housing portion of it and the effect on the school's held harmless from these funds in terms of the state aid education formula on that. So any loss in revenue is made up by the state.
That's what I was looking. That was the answer I was looking for.
And I don't know if this is if it's a question for Brandy, Alan, or Quinn on here. And, to start by saying I completely think this is a very legitimate and use of a TIF, exactly what they're designed to do. My question just has to do with, I know the total eligible costs of the 2.3, the request of 2.1 million and change, because that is what the available increment revenue is. there is the little footnote about SB 96 with changes in property tax. Is there any crystal ball on how that could affect the performance in the future? And if there is non-performance, then how is that? Is that on the city or is that on the developer?
I'm sorry, I can ask that question for you. Quinn, you can back me up, but out in the legislature, if this is in place prior to the enaction of 96 going into effect, those TIFs are held harmless. That was my understanding. But not-
I think that is accurate, and this is also pre-implementation of, I think it's Senate Bill 242,
228 that just got.
228 is a comprehensive bill. So we are fine. And if something happens in the future with property tax versus sales tax and TIFs, well, all of our TIFs are in the exact same situation, so we will be figuring that out across the state.
Excellent question. Any other board?
Mr. Chair, I do.
Yeah.
Is this housing, I know at one time they talked about having, I guess I'm talking to you, Mr. Quinn, senior housing. This is open to all ages then? We're not focused on, like I said, I thought that one time the Harmony Hill had a
We'll bring them
senior
up here in a minute if you want to hold that.
Oh, okay.
Any other for the staff? All right. Go ahead and invite the applicants to come forward from Harmony Hill, and or your representatives. Identify yourself, please, and then if you want to add anything further to the TIF requests.
I'm Seth Fryer. I'm a representative at SCI Development.
Sister Barb Younger from Mother of God Monastery.
As far as adding anything, I think everybody did a great job. I'll just go right into the answer to that question of this will be open to the general public. So what our plan is that we will go out, these lots will go out for sale, we'll pre-sell them. We can, with the hopes that we can do some spec homes behind the pre-sales. So they'll range anywhere from 736 square feet all the way up to 1,400 square feet. Falling north and south of that 300, depending on what we hit. They'll be fairly customizable to the homeowners. They'll be able to choose their colors of the exteriors, the color of their stone, and then in the interiors, they'll be able to pick out different colors that fall within their price ranges. So keeping it fairly flexible and making it look like a pretty nice community is our goal.
Mr. Chair, for you, Sister Barb, one of the things we're always looking at is kind of a but-for statement. Being able to move this project forward, it's really the TIF that's allowing you to be able to do the affordable housing aspect of it. Is that correct?
It is the TIF, but it's not just the TIF. So the sisters are,
But the TIF is what helping you get this
it
across the
absolutely, we
finish.
couldn't do
That's
it
all-
without.
That's all I
We
needed.
couldn't do it without. And, Seppanen has done a great job of trying to get an economy of scale and to build the houses, a good house for a lower price because you have that economy of scale. As far as the senior housing, that's all up on the top of the hill in the village. So this, anything else we build, which we hope that 40 is just the first increment of this, for the good of Watertown. And so that would be for a community, a neighborhood to pop up.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sister Barb. Did you have any
If I
other comments on behalf of the TIF?
Could I just be clear, though, with Kay's comment there? The TIF is actually with SCI, so with the developer itself.
Understood.
Yeah, I was
And
just- I was just
overseen by the board,
SCI Development LLC.
yeah, with
I
the
was-
board's
I was just
approval.
looking for a statement saying that
Yeah.
we need the TIF to make this
Yeah.
project work.
Perfect.
Chair?
Yes.
What is the size of the lots that are going to be,
So they range 70 by 100 to, there's some bigger ones within that 90 by 100s. What we did is we tried to break it up so that way we weren't putting a bunch of small ones just in a row, that way it gives some flexibility to the community that, and the opportunity that if there was, you know, there's some bigger lots that somebody wanted to do a custom style out there, we're not gonna say no to that. You know, if they have that within their budget, we're definitely not gonna say no to that.
70 by 100, that's bigger than my Old Town non-affordable. So, all right. Okay. Any other?
I just wanted to make a comment. I'm very excited about this TIF district, and I wholeheartedly support this. I'd like to see single-family, family homes, and the need is here for family housing, not just apartments.
Yeah.
I'm really pleased to see this. Thank you.
Yeah, for the developer and Sister Barb, regarding the boundaries, this has always been a part of the concept plan when, you know, the annexation, nothing's changed to my recollection. And the development and the timeline maybe has shifted, but other than that, this has always been the plan to have affordable housing in this footprint.
Well, that's the sister's intent, is that whatever we do is very intentional.
Right.
And is for the good of Watertown. So the best housing at the cheapest price is what we're after, but to Julia's point, it is about the larger community of Watertown and the neighborhoods that pop up because of that. And that's our why.
So, but the annexations happen, the zonings happen, the streets are, you know, everything, you know, is in order. So the phase project is moving forward, you know. Gotcha. Any other? Okay, thank you. Is there anyone here from the public that wants to speak on behalf of or has anything they opposed to this TIF request and its boundaries?
Quinn,
Go ahead.
this is Todd Case again. Just to reiterate, maybe not reiterate, but after reading the plan, and I know the answer, but it just, again, for the public, we are still well below our threshold as far as how much we can TIF in the city of Watertown.
Oh, yeah, I can double check that for you. I think it's less than 1%.
Yeah, I believe, yeah, I know that, but it's nice just to
Yep.
have that out for the
Oh,
public.
yeah, there's plenty of room left for if any future TIFs, if need be, you're not even scratching at it, so.
Right, right. We're not Rapid City.
I should have asked this while you're at the chair, but you can stay where you are. The development here, it was a gift on behalf of the monastery to the community, if I recall. It was the initiation, and I know there's, I think there's obviously a profit consideration to sustain the development and the future handoffs and all that. But currently, it falls under, a nonprofit auspices right now? This, okay, thank you. Any other public comment? Hearing none, I'll close the public hearing. Can I get a commission action, please?
Mr. Chair, I made a recommendation that we approve Resolution 2026-09 that looks at establishing the boundaries of the tax increment finance district based upon the plan. It looks and appears that the economics of the proposal will come to fruition, and we've heard from the applicant that, but for the ability to have this TIF, the project would not be.
Got a motion, can I get a second?
Second?
Okay, motion and a second. Board discussion, any further elaboration? I thought that was a perfectly, succinct justification for the motion. Any other further comment from the commission? Okay, let's go. Can I do this by voice vote, or do I gotta go roll call? I think I do a voice, right?
No.
Oh, I gotta do a roll, all right. Brandy, can you do the roll call?
All right. Spire,
Yes.
Kays,
Yes.
Tate,
Yes.
Tupper,
Yes.
Kokachek,
Yes.
Elby,
Yes.
Dargis Johnson.
So that is approved to go forward to the council, commissioners. Any other new business? Okay.
No.
Okay, any old business? Okay, no need for executive session. Meeting is adjourned.
Thank you, guys. Enjoy the beautiful weather.
Good job.